It's their very first time in the titles yet, and they have been kicking up quite a storm here on their home turf in the competition. Success of winning the championship, but by far one of the top coaches in the country. Based on his record and how he has managed to impact on teams that he has worked with. So, as the ball kids walk out on the field, the match commissioner, Mr. Pearson, and I give you the starting lineups first and foremost for the visitors. In goal, it's Savan Sean Paul, number 1. Number 4, Damano Samuel. Shavani Willis, number 6. Roshane Sharp, number 9. Javanese, Carlos Barrett. Venton Evans, Cleon Price. Roberto Johnson, Rosario Harriet, who is the captain today, wearing number 19. And Randy Smith, number 20. Randy Smith, among the leading goal scorers here in the competition. Already 6 goals to his name here, as we will stand at this time for the national anthem. So that's the national anthem of Jamaica there. As we hear the Vuvuzelas going, we go to the starting lineup here for Mount Pleasant, the host team. Number 40, Kadeem Davis. 14, Sule Makala, Ladale Ritchie. Number 3, Liston James. Number 6, Gregory Lewis. Ricardo Campbell, Ronaldo Rodney. Cardinal Ben Bow. That's it. Bench behind the edge, number 50, number Kevin Graham, number 12, Latroy, number 15, Kevin Isaacs, number 4, Alfonso Brown, and number 11, Romario Campbell, and number 8, Severo Murphy. As we said before, the officials in terms of coaching staff, the coach of Portmore, Shavar Thomas, and the coach of Mount Pleasant, Donovan Ducky. So we are about to join you with live action shortly in terms of from the game, as first play 5th here in the competition. We'll give you the names of the officials in a short while. First we'll play 5th, Mount Pleasant. They are in 5th place, and the head-to-head between these two teams, it's 1 win apiece. These two teams have only met twice in official competition here in the Premier League. The very first game of the season, Mount Pleasant would have won that game away 2-1 at the home of the champions. And the last meeting, also at the Prison Oval, which is the home of Portmore, they lost 1-0. They lost 1-0 to Portmore. So it's 1-1 the aggregate here in terms of head to head as we move into the game here. So we're about to get the action underway here as we welcome you to Jacksaw. So it looks from here like the Portmore team, they'll be kicking from left to right. They're wearing white. And the Mount Pleasant team, the home team, they'll be kicking from right to left. Just to give you standing of the table so far, Portmore, as we said, they are leading with 42 points out in front. Waterhouse in second place with 40 points. Cavalier also on 40 points, but inferior goal difference. They're in third. Arnett Gardens in fourth, 34 points. Mount Pleasant fifth, 33. Huey, they are in sixth place, 30, and that rounds out the top six. Seventh place, Tivoli Gardens, 28 points. Eighth place, Humble Lion, 27 points. Harborview, they occupy ninth spot, 24. Reno, 21 points. Dunbeholden, 19. And Montego Bay, they're also on 19 points. Both teams at the bottom of the table there. So that's a picture of the point standing as we get the action underway here with Cardell Benbow playing that one back to Ricardo Campbell, who boots it long upfield. Solomon there will get the header. And early throw now into the Mount Pleasant team as the ball is played up front for the boots of Beckford. Benbow can't keep possession, so it's dispossessed now, but tackled up there by Rodney. And as a result, it's a goal kick, it looks, to the defending champions Portmore, as Sean Paul now plays this one outside for Roberto Johnson. Gets it inside to Willis. Willis still on the ball, plays it inside, looks to find Mr. Price. Price now cut out there by Campbell. Player stepping there, Campbell, and Barrett falls to the turf, and the referee quickly points to the spot. So free kick here, just about 25 yards from goal, and Portmore with the first real look of the encounter here, and they have won for themselves a free kick. So players lining up over this ball now to see if they can threaten early, as we're just in the first minute of play here. So Willis spots the ball to the turf and gets, as Captain Harriet motors forward inside the box. Here is Willis to take boots, and that one will go over the bar, and no danger there for Kadeem Davis in goal for the Portmore United team. So one former Portmore player is a part of this team, Mount Pleasant. That's Sule Makala, and incidentally he scored the winning goal against them in that first ever match for them in the Premier League, as this one is played inside. Referee being called upon to attend to a handball as Jovan Heath now tries to get by four defenders. Now Gregory Lewis holding on to his ankle there, and the referee not paying much attention to that, and now he brings a halt to the proceedings. So early days yet, it's just about 2 minutes gone in the encounter, and scoreline so far 0-0. In case you're just joining us, this is a live feed on Island Sports Network. It's the first of its kind. Much more to come as the visibility will be improved. So Portmore in white, they are kicking from left to right, and now Mount Pleasant, they're on the attack with Rodney. Tries to play a ball for the run of Beckford, but can't get by Solomon here, as the throw now given now to Mount Pleasant. So as we said, Mount Pleasant, they have 33 points. They are in fifth position. They trail the leaders, Portmore, who have 42 points. And out in front here, one win apiece as it relates to the head-to-head. And as a result, it's all to play for in this stalemate here. So, Cardell Benbow getting away. Ladale Ritchie, the captain, he got away there with that cheeky foul after giving away the ball carelessly. And locally, he's the national captain, Ladale Ritchie, member of the national team. He's a part of the setup. And the captain here at Mount Pleasant. And crowd continues to come in, and not traditionally a good time in St. Anne at 3 for games. And but this arguably is the best supporting parish in terms of football. So this ground always will get good support. Here is played outside now by the captain, Rosario Harriet, and throwing now to be taken to. Here is Hodges inside to Benbow. Benbow tries to pass to Notice. Notice can't get out as Carlos Barrett now plays this one inside. Here is Benbow. Richie actually has now Shaquille Notice comes inside still on the ball. Here is Notice being hounded now off the ball and won by Venton Evans. Still Venton Evans now tackled up by McCullough. And here is it's showing now. Here Willis on the ball. Still Willis looking across now and gets it out to Solomon. Solomon plays it further over on the left-hand side. Now it's with Randy Smith Price. Willis. Johnson. Venton Evans. Evans now trying to get by McCullough. And McCullough does well to win. A foul there. Portmore conceding their first foul. So one foul apiece as we approach the 4th minute of the game. As free kick now to be taken by Ricardo Campbell. Here is ball played upfield. Heads go up. One there by the captain Harriet. Here is Barrett. Ball way back to Johnson. Johnson to Evans. Back to Johnson. Inside to Willis. Willis goes all the way back to Harriet. Chevron Sean Paul now has been called into action. Here is Notice now trying to employ the high press here. And Roberto Johnson wins the throw in here. Here is ball now thrown. Here comes Benbow. Can't get the ball here from Evans. Evans knocks it inside to Price. Price turns away from 3 players. Gets it back to Solomon. Solomon now looking for options over on the right-hand side. But he goes long trying to get the run off East and cut out there by Liston James for the Mount Pleasant team. Sharp now inside to Willis, Price, Johnson. Here comes Evans. Still with Evans. Now inside, but loses out to McCullough. Here is Campbell to McCullough. McCullough back to Campbell. So 7 minutes gone here in the encounter, and Beckford now on the ball for Mount Pleasant. 0-0 the scoreline here. Mount Pleasant in blue. Coming inside now is Beckford trying to chip this one across, but poor attempt at a cross there. Probably took his eye off the ball, went too much underneath it, and the quality of the cross there was poor. Hence, the resulting goal kick from an attempting cross. So In case you're just joining us, you are watching the live stream here on Island Sports Network. It's the Premier League encounter here at Jacksall between the home team Mount Pleasant, who are on 33 points and 5th place in the league. They are playing against the defending champions Portmore, who are in white on 42 points and leading at the moment in the Premier League, as this one is with Evans over on the right-hand side. Trying now to get by notice, which he does. Comes inside to Price. Price now can chip back to Evans. Evans now tackle up there by Benbow, but not successful in winning the ball. So the ball here is still with the man Price. And now it's a throw. Benbow now going into the face of the official, as it were. But now the referee will come over and intervene. Just the form table. In their last 5 games, Portmore won, lost, won, lost. So they won their last game, lost the game before, and won the previous 2, and lost the one before that. So Mount Pleasant, on the other hand, they have won the last game, lost the one before, won the one before that, and lost the previous 2. So they in a 3-game period, they have won 2 and have done well. So just some ping pong here, as we, so to speak, more football, tennis, as both teams just give away possessions. Here is ball now played by Price, and results in the second goal kick for Mount Pleasant, as Mount Pleasant get the action underway with Campbell. So Jacksall is the place here, overcast conditions, good conditions for football, not adversely hot, slight breeze over the ground, sun being caressed right here by some gray clouds, but no immediate threat of rain. So we would say this would be a good evening for football in terms of cool for the players, also for the spectators, and an opportunity for them to express themselves, as 15 minutes have elapsed in this encounter. 10 minutes rather have elapsed. 10 minutes and 15 seconds have elapsed in this encounter, and as Duki is asking for the team to come up, but not responding here. Here is Price, sharp, trying actually to get inside now, and Price, that one just skewed off the outside of the boot, wanting to get that shot from top of the key. And so here, so Kadeem Davis, goalkeeper here, would have 2 clean sheets in his last 3 games. Their last result came over Dunbeholden, fellow new team. They won 2-0 at the Royal Lakes Complex, and push to the turf here now. Beckford looking for a call but can't get it. Here is Price. Comes outside to Evans. Here is Evans now. Trying to get by Notice. Still Evans. Now finds the run of Carlos Barrett, but dispossessed by Makala. Here comes Makala now. Plays it upfield with Notice. Still Notice on the ball. Get inside. Still Notice. Gets by one. Falls to the turf. No call from the referee there, as Barrett now back to Price. Price to Willis. Willis now motors through, trying to find a pass, and does well to get it to Barrett, who is tackled up by Rodney. Here's Rodney now, can counter-attack for the Mount Pleasant team. He is fouled, but he plays it now to the right-hand side, gets Benbow. Benbow coming into the box, tries to beat his man, cuts it across. Here is Rodney now, still can't get it to someone to get a shot off. Here is Adges now, lines up himself for the shot, but that one now forced wide all the time by the defenders. So a promising counter-attack there, but nothing coming of it in the end. So after 12 minutes, the first real moment of excitement here for the team, as no decisiveness there, but Adges, as it were, tried to move across to get that one on target, but did not succeed. So it's 0-0 the scoreline here, as Sean Paul, the custodian, to play this one for Portmore. Plays it right side. Beckford takes it on the chest. Pulled to the turf now by Rushane Sharp. And Mount Pleasant to take the free kick here. So just inside the Portmore half. And in case you're just joining us, Pleasant, they are the home team, kicking from right to left. And Portmore, they are the white. They are playing in white, and they are kicking from left to right. The score is 0-0 here as Benbow chips this one across, trying to find the head of Beckford, headed out there by Roberto Johnson in the nick of time for the first corner of the game, which is awarded to Mount Pleasant. So 0-0 the scoreline here, in case you're just joining us. It's just 13 minutes gone in this encounter, going into the 14th minute now, as we see the first corner kick of the game now to Mount Pleasant. The ball now played inside the box. Sean Paul, the goalkeeper, goes up, just manages to take it off the head of the Mount Pleasant player here, as Price now trying to clear his lines for Portmore. Comes inside to Smith. Smith dispossessed, but Price will win back possession for Portmore. Now he comes wide, trying to get to Evans. Does well now to get it to Johnson. Here is Evans. Dispossessed. Campbell heads forward. Foul again. So foul committed here on the Portmore player. Here comes Campbell now. Seems he wants to launch this one inside the box, but now he comes to Benbow. Plays it inside, finds Richie. Richie can't control, but recovers well to get it to Benbow. Benbow now back to James. Here is Gregory Lewis. Plays this one outside, looking for Beckford, and Solomon will clear his lines, and a goal kick. So Island Sports Network is where you're watching the live stream. If you're watching at this time, we welcome you and say good afternoon wherever you are in the world, as you are watching the live stream of the Red Stripe Premier League game here at the Jacksall Sports Complex in St. Anne, Jamaica. St. Anne is one of the parishes in the county of Surrey. That's on the northeastern belt of the island. It's a tourist destination, home of Dungiva Falls, Green Grotto Caves, among others. Ocherius. It's one of the places that we know is famous, as the medical staff is called. That one hitting the player straight in the face. His reaction doesn't look as a knockout, but it's very important that head injuries are treated with urgency. So, as we were saying, St. Anne is the place where Mount Pleasant plays. Jacksall, pretty much in the center of the parish, very close to Duns River. And Mount Pleasant is a new team, just promoted to the Premier League. Some folks say it's the cash-rich team in the Premier League, and as such, they have attracted much attention as they have transformed the football landscape in St. Anne and are about to do so in Jamaica now, as they have established a school. And if you look along the fence lines, you will see members of that school community. It's the first full football academy in Jamaica, and it's a high school for footballers, and you can see the youngsters. All of them are part of the Mount Pleasant Academy, which is a school established, and it's the junior program of this club. So quite a lot of things happening here in the parish of St. Anne as it relates to football and the impact that this Mount Pleasant team has been making. Portmore, on the other hand, they have been the standard bearers for the Premier League for quite some time. They are the winningest team, winning the most titles, 6 from Hazard days coming back. They are now in first place and are defending champions, known for their prolific transfer regime and how quickly they manage to get players out. So attractive club for young, ambitious players. Their last export being Malik Foster, as we understand it. He is playing overseas now. So here is goal, free kick. Offside was the call. And as we resume action here with 18 minutes on the clock. Here is notice. Can turn past Roberto Fletcher as Makala now chips this one inside to Hodges. Hodges holds up well, trying to play inside, but Venton Evans, can he keep it in play? No. And it's showing now to Mount Pleasant. Played long upfield, trying to get the run of Hodges, dispossessed by Rosario Harriet. Now he cuts inside. Boots long. Campbell boots it upfield. Here is Beckford trying to take it on the chest. Can't get by one, but now gets it inside to Benbow, who plays it back inside to Notice. Here is Notice now. Come chips across. Trying to dummy the run. Beckford now off the left boot. Here is Rodney now. Takes it on the chest. Pushed down in the face, but the referee won't give anything for that. So the ball would not fall kindly for the shot there. And Mount Pleasant again just knocking on the door, so to speak. But really half chances, no genuine opportunity yet, as Portmore were resolute in defense there. After 19 minutes, we are still 0-0 here at Jacksall. Mount Pleasant playing in blue versus the defending champions Portmore, who are in white, as Javon East, another national player, tries to win the ball off James, but James only manages to concede a corner, which is the first for the Portmore team. So now it's one corner apiece as Venton Evans strolls across to the left-hand side to take this corner kick for Portmore. Looks to be an in-swinging corner based on the shape of the player here, as now the ball chipped inside low and played out by Beckford at the front post. Now Willis just steps over and comes across to Barrett, who will get it now to Roberto Johnson. Johnson now looks inside, chips the ball forward, can't beat McCullough. Here it comes now, Notice, but Notice dispossessed, and ball comes inside, finds Price. So Portmore now comfortable in possession at the back. Solomon inside to Price, to Sharp. Evans now dispossessed now by Gregory Lewis. Inside with Benbow. Benbow now still on the ball, plays it across, trying to get Gregory Lewis back into the action. Ball play too long for Beckford. And one more attack goes a begging as we greet you with the news again that 0-0 the scoreline here. 20 minutes gone in the encounter. It's Red Stripe Premier League action. Defending champions and first place Portmore going up against the fifth place team and newcomers Mount Pleasant, as this one is chipped further inside now with Willis. Sharp, who has switched sides with Venton Evans, plays this inside now looking for the run of Barrett. Played out by Campbell and showing one there by Hodges. So this is the third round. You may be wondering how could it be that Portmore and Mount Pleasant would have played twice at the same venue. It's the third round of the competition. So there are 3 rounds of 11 games. The third round is the reverse of the first round. So the second round is a random pick in terms of where the games are played. And after the third round, the top 6 teams will stay in the competition in terms of to continue playing. The bottom 2 teams will be relegated. The teams from 7th to 10th, they will remain in the competition but won't have a chance to advance or challenge for the championship. So at the end of the tournament, the team with the most points, they will receive $1 million for amassing the most points in the league. Second place team will get a bye through to the semi-finals. There will be a playoff between the next 4 teams. The winners of those, the 2 winners from those two-way playoffs will advance to play the top 2 teams who have been waiting, and the semi-finals and the final of the competition will be played to determine the overall champion. So that's the format. It's a league and a knockout format in one. So this is the first game of the 3rd round. So just 10 games after this to go in the 3rd round, and then we would go to the playoff stage of the competition as Evans is penalized for the infringement there on notice. So Campbell just taking his own time as he strolls across to take this free kick from Mount Pleasant. It's with Richie now. Richie on the ball. Plays this one long upfield. Can't find the runner for Mount Pleasant player as Mount Pleasant now in control with Richie, captain. Plays it now inside to Campbell. Campbell across to Liston James. Just bubbling up under his foot here and seems not sure as to what to do with the ball. As Notice now takes it on the chest, plays it inside to Rodney. Now plays it across to Benbow. Benbow now plays it across inside, trying to get the run of McCullough. McCullough now just staying with Evans for company, and Harriet now will boot long upfield as Campbell now under that ball. Ball comes across now with Notice across to Benbow. Here is Notice, heads it inside to Adjis. Plays it now for the run of Notice. Chips off the player, but Solomon there in time. And ball now back on the feet of Campbell. Mount Pleasant with the ball. Here is McCullough inside. Benbow now over on the left-hand side. Receives the ball from Hodges. Still Benbow as the crowd stands to his feet. Benbow chips inside, get past. Johnson plays it inside. Mix up there back from the Portmore players, but still able to clear their lines. Campbell now will head it back across, trying to get the run of Beckford. Beckford pushed to the turf there. And Rushane Sharp just beckoning to the referee, saying that you should have looked at the assistant. The referee is telling him that if you continue, I might just give you a yellow card. And that's foul number 5 committed by Portmore. And this one very dangerously placed, just about 23 yards from the Portmore goal. And Mount Pleasant look to make the most of this free kick. So 0-0 the scoreline here. 25 minutes gone in this, the first half of the game. Mount Pleasant, 5th place. They are the home team, 33 points. They are wearing blue, playing against the defending champions Portmore, who have 42 points and are number 1 in the league at this time. And that's the story in terms of their placements. Shortly we'll tell. Here is Beckford now. Plays this one across for the run of Lewis. Lewis overruns the ball here and falls to the turf. So a very promising attack goes a begging, as Gregory Lewis not managing to get there in time. And opportunity missed again for the Mount Pleasant team. Here is Solomon. Harriet now being hounded by Hodges. Plays it inside to Benbow as Mount Pleasant pressure telling now in terms of the press areas. Benbow now kicks to goal, but that one way wide of the target. Looked good from the initial shot, but so here now is Sean Paul, goalkeeper, to take the free kick. The goal kick played inside. Rodney, the heads go up. Here is Giovannis inside now. Randy Smith trying to come across. McCullough now will clear his lines. Wanted to talk to you about some system play here based on our analysis of the system so far. Portmore, they are playing a 4-4-2, while Mount Pleasant, they are playing a 4-3-3. As Evans now manages to go all the way down the line, gets it inside the box. Price trying to play one time off the volley, and another goal kick there. So it's 4-4-2. 1-4-4-2 because the goalkeeper would need to be included in the system. And they are playing against Mount Pleasant, who are playing a 1-4-3-3. 4-5-1 in defense for both teams. Here is a ball played now inside, headed off the head of Price. Solomon does well to win possession. Sharp now gets it to Barrett. Barrett to Smith. Here is Smith. Smith over on the left-hand side. Smith, one of the leading goal scorers in the competition with 6 goals. Can't get by. Here is Beckford now chips this one over the head of Solomon, but Harriet can't. Does well here. Foul there on the play, and now the referee will intervene. And the first yellow card of the game will go to Damana Solomon. First yellow card of the game for that foul on so in the 28th minute, first yellow card shown, and that one was shown to Damana Solomon for the foul on Beckford. Here now is Richie. Chips this one inside the box low, but can't get by the first defender, who is Price. Played out now by Gregory Lewis, and showing the verdict here as here is ball played inside. Match officials here confirming that the yellow card actually went to the captain, Rosario Harriet, and the referee, Doyan Tommings, as Roberto Johnson now inside to Smith. So the striker just coming deep to get himself involved in the game. Ball being played to Evans, but being muscled out there by Rodney. Here comes now Price, just intercepting the pass here, chip to the back post. Lewis only manages to play this one back inside to Jovanis, who can't manage to get the toe poke into the back of the net. Here is Sharp, played it inside. Here is Randy Smith, just chipped this one to goal and goes wide. So first, we'll look at goal there for Randy Smith, but just getting it wide off the target, and danger averted for the moment for the Mount Pleasant team. So really a mistake there in the back by the defender, Gregory Lewis, but no real penalty for the infringement, and as such, parity still a stalemate here in terms of the score line, 0-0. No real, as we said before, no, if you're just joining us, you really would not have missed any clear-cut chance. The teams have been knocking on the door as it were, but no real chance for us to say that one team should have really been in the ascendancy. So it's 0-0 the scoreline here as Johnson now plays this one inside the box, headed out, controlled by Hodges, who holds up well and plays it across to Notice. Notice just shrugs off a challenge, gets a pass inside to Benbow. Benbow still on the ball. Now he plays it right side, trying to get the run off Gregory Lewis, as Lewis now comes back inside. Now he plays it to Liston James, who will now play it out. And second yellow card now being issued, this time to Roshane Sharp of Portmore in the 31st minute for what will be the 7th foul for Portmore. And the referee wanted to play the advantage. As he tried to do so, it really did not materialize, hence called back the play, and they gave the free kick. Well, he didn't get a free kick to stop the game to allow for Benbow to get treatment, as yellow card shown to Price, as so the ball goes outside. Well, the referee stopped the game with Mount Pleasant in possession, so he's going to bounce the ball now at the feet of Pleasant, and the game resumes as James chips this one across to Gregory Lewis. Gregory Lewis plays it inside, can't get by Randy Smith. Here is Giovannis down the left-hand side. Giovannis still, and corner kick. The verdict. So Gregory Lewis not being able to connect. Not the best of games for him, but would have been a second mistake in the defensive area there. First one they would have gotten away with it. Let's see what will be the result of this. Here is Price to take this free kick, chips it across, heads go up, comes all the way across in the box. No Portmore player, no Mount Pleasant players. Randy Smith now does well to elude the player there, Hodges, but can't keep the ball in play. And as such, goal kick, the verdict here. As good show of skill there from Hodges, from Smith to pile, as we call it here in Jamaica, to just throw the ball over the head of the player. And ran out of real estate as Liston Jane boots a long ball upfield. Harriet heads it inside, comes only as far as Notice. Notice dispossessed by Sharp. Price now plays for the run of Evans. Here is Evans trying to take the flank here. McCullough now will dispossess player, pull down to the turf as determined by the first assistant. And the kick will go the way of Mount Pleasant, who are playing in blue. Price just slides in there to stop the play and allow his team to so Evans just in need of some treatment here as so it's a stoppage in play here. You're not missing any action. Players being treated. 35 minutes gone in the Red Stripe Premier League encounter. One of the marquee games for this afternoon. During the break, we'll give you an update on the other games that are being played today, as this one now is played across to Lewis. Lewis, who takes it on the chest, can't get the ball inside, so really having a bad game here. And the coaches and that player will come for some stick from the crowd here at Jackson. Not a very tolerant crowd in terms of players. So referee, the coaches will not hear the end of this if something should happen before he comes off the field. So here is Hodges now with Benbow. Benbow to Notice. Notice plays it across to Sule McCullough. Here is McCullough on the ball, plays it across to Beckford. Beckford keeps possession, tries to win a toe, but now inside to Notice. Notice dispossessed easily by East there, playing really naivety in terms of his play there, as if he was the only one on the pitch. Here's this now playing across, can't get the run of East, and as such, it's a throw-in. So, plethora of mistakes being made here by both teams, but mostly Mount Pleasant in terms of some technical errors and some naivety in terms of the levels, but no goal still in this encounter. Here is Rodney, plays this one across, trying to spot the run of Gregory Lewis. Can he get some good purchase out of this game? Needs to redeem himself. Would be a hero if he could produce a cross like that, but one that would make contact with his striker. But at least he gets some applause from the crowd who is trying to lift him up, so to speak. Here is Evans. Inside to Carlos Barrett. Barrett plays it to Harriet. Willis. Randy Smith. Rushing Sharp. Chipped inside. Davis, the goalkeeper, will collect. And minor scuffle there, but nothing to write home about. 37 minutes gone in this encounter, and it's 0-0 the score between Mount Pleasant in blue and Portmore United in white, as Mount Pleasant set to line up a change here and pull to the turf there. No call from the referee, and that one looked to be a foul, but referee says no call. Here is Ventaneva, does well to get by McCullough, chips it inside for the run of Randy Smith for goal number 7. Randy Smith pops up on the outside of the box there. Ball played across and knocked inside there by the striker out of Manchineel in Portland. Goal number 7, and sets the defending champions on their way here at Jacksall after 38 minutes. Venton Evans persevering on the right-hand side, gets by Kala, knocks it inside. Defenders caught napping there, couldn't recover. And Randy Smith, with the easiest of tap-ins, puts Portmore in front here at Jacksall. So after 38 minutes, it's Portmore United 1, Mount Pleasant 0. And the substitution now to be made by Coach Donovan Duki, as Kevin Graham, number 18, is going to make his way on for Gregory Lewis, number 31. So here is a ball now played inside to James. James, dispossessed by East, still forces that ball high and wide. And so 1-0 the score here for Portmore, who are wearing white. In case you're just joining us, Venton Evans getting by McCullough down the right-hand side, play the ball inside. As the ball now is with Randy Smith, the goal scorer, and the referee calls an infringement. Foul, free kick given for the tackle by Graham. He just came onto the field. Really his first contribution to the game is to foul right at the edge of the 18-yard box. And Portmore now with another opportunity to extend the lead, which they just took in the 38 minutes. We are just 40 minutes gone, so just about a minute and so since the goal. And Portmore already with another opportunity, this time from a dead ball situation. Willis and Barrett standing over the ball. Here is Barrett, now chips it across, and Kadeem Davis gets to the front post to recover. Here this one played long now for the run of Hadjiz. Willis, the Chevron Sean Paul, but Hadjiz all over the back of the defender there. And free kick will be awarded to the Portmore team. So not necessarily going the way of the home team at the moment, as Sharp now easily gets by Graham with some cheeky play there, just allowing the ball to run through the legs as he chips it forward now for the run of East. East controlled inside the box, still East being hounded now, attended to by Campbell, who does well to stay his ground. East now chips it back outside. This is Price. Now Barrett twists and turns. Still Barrett trying to get between 3 players. Does not succeed there as it's now played across for Beckford over on the far side. Here is Beckford. Still Beckford on the ball. Beckford cuts by 2, and now he's hacked down by Evans. Price also seemed to be needing some attention over on the far side, as so referee being told that the injury to the player was caused by Graham, who just came onto the field, but as free kick right at the halfway line here. So after 42 minutes, you're just joining us, it's Portmore United 1, courtesy of a Randy Smith strike. They are leading this encounter over Mount Pleasant 0, and we are gone 42 minutes. Goal scored in the 38th minute by the striker leading goal scorer in the competition at the moment, as this one is chipped to the back post, headed out by Harriet, the captain. Here is Ladiel Ritchie, chips this one, trying to avert the challenge, and only manages to get this one out for a goal kick. So here is goal kick now. So now notice throwing to Portmore. Portmore referee just asking him to go back. Played inside now with Smith, and foul by McCullough. As so 43 minutes, you are watching the live stream here on Island Sports Network. It's Mount Pleasant playing in blue, and they're playing against Portmore United in white. Portmore lead the encounter by a 0-0. Goal scored in the 38th minute by number 20, Randy Smith. And he is the leading goal scorer in the Premier League and manages to get a goal here for the away team to give them a 1-0 lead in this encounter. So 1-0 the score here. You're just joining us. Fourth official says 2 minutes of added time at least as we approach the halftime interval. Mount Pleasant needing to get at least a goal to bring some parity to the situation here, as this one now is tripped across for the run of Benbow, and Harriet will come across to clear his lines. Now throw to be taken by Beckford. We'll leave it for Graham, as Graham now on the ball plays this one inside to Benbow, who controls on the boot, being hounded by Solomon, who does well to just stand his ground. Referee now spots an infringement, and the call goes against Mount Pleasant. And Benbow really in the face of the assistant here, and could work himself into the book. But referee Tommins works with the side of lenience, and as such, no card shown. As we at the free kick now to be taken by ball played now long upfield, headed out by James. Now it's inside, fouled by Portmore. Here is Ritchie, plays this one across, spots the run of Beckford inside to Hodges. Hodges controls well but can't get by the player there, and foul should go the way of Portmore. And so here is ball now played across Johnson. So Portmore, they have seen off this half and will go into the interval with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of a 38-minute strike by Randy Smith, the leading goal scorer here in the Premier League. So at halftime, we leave you with the news that Portmore United, the away team and defending champions, they lead Mount Pleasant by a 0-0. Goal coming in the 38th minute, courtesy of Randy Smith. And at the moment, that's 1-0. We will give you some updates shortly as to the other games in the league. You are watching the live stream here of the Red Stripe Premier League encounter. It's being streamed live on the Island Sports Network. And as it stands now, it's 1-0 the scoreline here at Jacksall. Just going to give you some score lines as we head into the halftime break. One game underway right now. Well, two games. Halftime, Dunbeholden 0, Waterhouse 0. That game being played at Royal Lakes. And at the Effortville Community Center, it's Half-time, Humble Lion, they're leading Arnett Gardens by 2-0, and 2 own goals in that encounter there over at Humble Lion. And at Jacksall here, we leave you for the halftime break with the score 1-0 in favor of Portmore.
Because I take my troubles to thee. No more will I disagree. No more will I worry. God set me free. God, you spoke to me. When I take my troubles to thee. No more will I worry. No more will I worry. God set me free. God set me free. God set me free. Please take your troubles to thee. Take my troubles to thee. And no more will you worry. No more will I worry. God set me free. God, I'm free. I'm free. Oh God, I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. Oh Lord.
Na 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 na. David Slur, Black Figo.
If you saw that face, would it look good in the mirror? Imagine if it was a diamond. Would it be worth a lot of moolah? Would your personality be fortunate to make you wealthy? Maybe we just don't know and live without even knowing. Shattered dreams and broken hearts. Regretting is worse than wishing. Think about everything you say. What's a powerful look in the mirror till you remember who you are. Soul in the mirror till you remember who you are.
Oh, you made it. For so long for success you've been waiting. Oh, you made it. Only good days ahead feels elating. Oh, you made it. See your hard work come to life. Feels like you've got the whole world in your hands now. Don't lose your soul now. Don't lose yourself in it all. The man in the mirror, remember what you stand for. Don't lose your soul now. Don't lose yourself in it all. The man in the mirror, remember who you are.
Look in the mirror till you remember who you are. Soul in the mirror till you remember who you are. Nze bien daba, se seba muri daba, ntwaba njagala, kugambye nze newala. Newala nnyo abantu ab'effitina tebatadda recorda. Look in the mirror, and try to remember.
Try to remember yourself. Don't sell your soul for the wealth. Life journey, silent stealth. Spiritual health are your strength. Oh no, I could never, no, forget my honor. Oh mama says, so Luna would I be one. Look in the mirror, will you remember who I am?
Soul in the mirror.
Take a look in the mirror, remember who you are.
Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Remember. Look in the mirror.
So you never know. Come on, you never know. In my voice, you should have known, man, I'm Jamaican. Not because we look so cool and I'm in Ray-Ban. Yeah, real vibes, man, I promote. Some of them don't know me, but them ready for salute. You know them can't cut with vibes. More love, more life. You know them can't cut with vibes. More love, more love, more life. Them can't cut with vibes. Well, we got it in with blood. Roots up in anytime we touch the road. Cut with vibes. Well, we got it in with blood. Roots up in every time. Hey, give me the greens, but I want no bacon. And if you deal with certain things, but I want no shaken. Yo, humble youth in our creation. And I don't work for praise and congratulations. Certain things we don't support. Give thanks for what we have and what we don't to do without. They can't cut with vibes. More love, more life. Can't cut with vibes. More love, more life. Them can't cut with vibes. Well, we got it in with blood. Full stop in anytime we touch the road. Cut with vibes. Well, we got it in with blood. Full stop in every time. Oh, you never know. You see the black, you see the green, you see the gold, but you never know. Cause you never see the depth of the soul when we go. Certain things we don't promote. Give thanks for what we have and what we don't to do without. Them can't cut with life. More love, more life. You know they can't cut with life. More love, more life. Them can't cut with vibes. Well, we got it in with blood. Cool step in anytime we touch the road. Cut with vibes. Well, we got it in with blood. Cool step in every time. Oh, you never know. You never know. Come on. You never know. In a voice you should have known, man, I'm Jamaican. Not because we look so cool in our Ray-Ban. Yeah, real vibes when I promote. Some of them don't know we but them ready for salute. You know them can't cut with vibes. More love, more life. You know they can't cut with life. More love, more life. Them can't cut with vibes. We got it in with blood. Roots up in every time we touch the road. Cut with vibes. Well, we got it in with blood. Roots up in every time. Them can't cut with vibes. More love, more life. Yes, we said them can't cut with vibes. More love, more life. Can't cut with vibes. Well, we got it in
from Randy Smith. That goal puts him in in first position, tied with Tremaine Stewart of Waterhouse on 9 goals. Therefore, also league leading stuff here from Tremaine, from Randy Smith, as the ball is played inside with Hodges. Hodges still on the ball, chips it across now. Graham can't get that one with the proper direction, so that will go for a goal kick. So the referees here, we did not mention them in the first half. Diane Tummings, first assistant Damian Williams, second assistant Joshua Morgan, fourth official Casa Plummer. The match commissary is James Pearson, and the referee assessor Lewin Purser. You are watching the live stream here on Island Sports Network. You can support Jamaican football and help more streams by logging on to islandsports.net or mobile apps. It's $3.99 US per month, and 50% of what is paid goes back to the league. So the more streams that come in, the more the league will benefit. Stream Monday nights are only on the website, so islandsports.net, that's the website. You stream on a Monday night for the game there, you go to islandsports.net. So once again, it's islandsports.net or mobile apps. It's $3.99 US per month, and 50% of what you contribute will go back to the clubs or the league. And the stream on a Monday night is only via the website, which would be islandsports.net and not the mobile app. As we continue action here after 2 minutes in the second half, it's still 1-0 in favor of Portmore United. Here is Hodges now forced away from goal by Harriet. All over him there, and throwing is the verdict. So just to give you the lineups in case you're just joining us, Portmore United, they are playing in white now, kicking down the hill here at Jack Sall from left to right. Shaven Sean Paul in goal, Damana Solomon, Shivani Willis, Roshane Sharp, Javanese, Carlos Barrett, Venton Evans, number 12, Cleon Price, number 15, Roberto Johnson, number 16, Rosario Harriet, number 19, Randy Smith, number 20. Those are the players who started. Same team coming out for the second half. Mount Pleasant, they would have made one substitution with Gregory Lewis from the original starting team. He was substituted by Kevin Graham in the 39th minute. Kadeem Davis in goal, Sule Makala, Ladale Ritchie, number 3, captain, Liston James, number 6, Gregory Lewis, number 31, Ricardo Campbell, number 5, Ronaldo Rodney, number 17, Cardell Ben Bow, number 19, Kemar Beckford, number 10, Shaquille Notice, number 13, and Devon Hodges, number 7. So that is the information as it relates to the two lineups. We gather based on what we have seen here and the trends in the game that the Portmore team, they are using a 4-4-2 formation, the two strikers being Javanese and Randy Smith. And Mount Pleasant, they are using the 4-3-3 formation. And here is the substitution now being made. Number 13, Shaquille Notice, and he's being replaced by number 11, who is Alfonso Brown. And that is the substitution that has been made here. So 2 substitutions made thus far for the Mount Pleasant team. Portmore yet to make a change, as it were. Here is Alfonso Brown now, plays it inside to the Hodges. Here Hodges spot the run of Brown. Brown now on the inside, still Brown, but dispossessed by Solomon. Chips it forward, trying to get Smith on the ball. Price back to Smith. Smith plays it now across. Good flowing counter-attack here as Venton Evans now cuts inside. Chips this one across, trying to pick out the run of Carlos Barrett. Here is Barrett now on the ball. Still Barrett, and can't get this ball back to Sharp, as this one is inside now with Benbow. Trying to be cheeky, but can't get the ball here. Here's Benbow now. Still being tackled up by Price. And card is going to come out now for Benbow, slapping the player in the face. And Referee Tommins spotting that infringement, and it's a yellow card here to Cardell Benbow in minute number 50 for striking the player. So free kick now to Portmore. Here is Sharp to play this one inside, goes to the back post, heads go up, headed out by Mount Pleasant. Here is Benbow who draws the foul here. So after being the villain, soon became the victim. Here is Brown, tackled up now as throwing now played forward to Adges. Solomon climbing all over his back there, and foul. The verdict. So you're watching the live stream here. We're at Jack's Hall. It's Mount Pleasant hosting Portmore United. It's the first game in the reverse fixture. So as it were, it's match day number 23. And it's Portmore. They're on 42 points. Well, the live table, they would be on 45 points. And they're the league leaders. And they're leading 1-0 here over Mount Pleasant. The home team, goal scored in the 38th minute by Randy Smith to get back up as the joint leading goal scorer as the ball is chipped inside, played out by Portmore. Tremaine Stewart also on 9 goals of Waterhouse. Here is Liston James now trying to cut inside to line up a shot. And that one will go high over the bar from the and nothing to threaten Shaven shot Sean Paul here. More likely to threaten a bird that would have been flying in the sky, but not the goal of Sean Paul. 8 feet high is the height that you need to go below. That one was at least 15 times that height. As now the ball headed inside, it's with Willis. Plays it for the run of East. East just runs over the ball here. Now he's attended to by Ricardo Campbell. Still East chips it inside, headed down by Smith. But this time won't threaten the goal of Kadeem Davis as we approach 53 minutes in the second half. 1-0 the scoreline in favor of Portmore United, wearing white. And they're playing against the home team, Mount Pleasant, who are in blue. Both teams coming off a win in their last game as Giovannis is first to get to this ball and hesitates to take the shot. And as a result of that, really would have let Mount Pleasant off the hook there. He got in a chance, thought he would have been shooting one time, but he hesitated to take the shot, and as such found himself too far, ran out of real estate as it were, and did not manage to effect what his plan would have been. So 1-0 still the scoreline here as Solomon plays it inside to Harriet, the captain. Harriet finds Johnson. Johnson cuts it inside. Still Johnson on the ball. Just quietly efficient, the defender there, doing things mainly simple. No flashiness from him as such. Effective. Pushed off the ball there now, hands to his face. Referee says no call. Here's a ball played inside now to Benbow. Benbow can't control. Ball played across. Johnson, the player, still on the turf as referee allows play to continue. Here is Graham now. Graham now on the ball. Looks inside, chips it inside to Rodney. Rodney inside to Benbow. Benbow spots the run of Adges. Adges over on the right-hand side. Here comes the player who is Alfonso Brown. Plays it across to Benbow. Benbow now comes it across to Graham. Here comes Graham. Can Graham get the cross inside? Chips it across. Looks for the heads of Rodney. Can't get it off his head there. Here is Beckford now over on the far side. Still Beckford on the ball. Now he calls offside, the assistant, and now the referee allows for someone to look at Johnson. So apparently Beckford in an offside position at the time when the ball was crossed, and as such
By. I'll save you from the stormy night. Oh God, God set me free. Because I take my troubles to thee. No more will
That
I
on Monday
worry.
nights the stream is not on the mobile app. You go and get the stream via the mobile app. You will have to go to the website for the Monday night stream. But as we have launched the first stream here, you can get it on your mobile app. Here is ball played now on the outside for East. Price. Barrett. So, you're just joining us. We welcome you to Jacksall. It's the Premier League encounter here between Mount Pleasant and Portmore. Here is Alfonso Brown going down the line. Can't chips this one across. Comes to the touch line and played out there by Venton Evans. So, just about it's about 58 minutes gone here as Alfonso Brown making a run down the right-hand side. Here is Benbow now to play this one inside. Chips it inside to the front post. Cleared there by Johnson, who has somehow recovered from that blow that he received. And now the ball is in the hands of Benbow over on the far side to McCullough now, former Portmore man. Willis. Played out now by Campbell. Goalkeeper Sean Paul comes and recovers the ball. Rolls it now. Or shapes to roll it. Now he plays it long upfield for the run of East. East takes it on the arm. Plays it across now for the run of Randy Smith. Goalkeeper Davis will come and manages. Here comes Graham now trying to find the pass in Alfonso Brown. Here comes Graham again. Now he wins a throw for Portmore, for the Mount Pleasant team. So 1-0 the scoreline here in case you're just joining us. Goal scored in the first half by Randy Smith for goal number 9 of the season. He's a joint leading goal scorer with Tremaine Stewart of Waterhouse. Goal was scored in the 38th minute as player on the ground appears to be Price. Price seemingly in excruciating pain by the motions here, and only he can tell what he's feeling at this time. So I wouldn't care to assume whether it's genuine or not. So the home team need to find a solution here versus defending champions. The Portmore United, they have won this title 6 times. They are the team that has won the league the most. And Mount Pleasant, they are brand new to the league. Their first debut season, maiden voyage here in the Premier League. They have been doing well relative to new teams, but loads of expectation on this team based on the cash-rich reputation, and as such, they are expected to turn some heads. Donovan Ducky, one of the top coaches over the years in this competition, not yet managing to win. Did finish top on points with Humble Lion 2 seasons ago in the 2016-17 season. finished as top the league in terms of points and got to the semi-final that year, but were beaten by Arnett Gardens, the eventual champions. Then he went to Waterhouse, went all the way to the final, lost out to Portmore United on penalties, and now he's here at Mount Pleasant. He has assembled his team and trying to make an impact. In an interview done in another place, he said that it would be a disappointment if he didn't win the league this season, as he has now reached the point where he thinks that he has assembled a good enough unit to challenge for the title. So it's 6 titles versus none. The head-to-head thus far. 2 games played at the Prison Oval. Portmore won the last encounter by a goal to nil. And Mount Pleasant, they won the first encounter, which was the first game of the season. They won 2-1, also at the Prison Oval. So this is Portmore United's first trek to Jacksall as the rains slowly come down here. Just a slight dew at Jacksall as the rain start to come down. Not yet seen people moving out of position, and that's just based on the intensity of the rainfall here, as this now is inside with Benbow across to Sule Makala. Here is a ball inside. Adjis now does well to the strip. The ball comes now across to the back post. Beckford goes up, but Sharp does well. Here is Rodney. Rodney now plays this one inside. It's with Richie. Richie now goes down under the challenge. Here is Beckford with a shot. And the referee won't take the foul because he allowed the advantage there. And a change was lined up. The coaching staff now need to take a look at what corrective measures need to be taken. None needed. And substitution here. And so Mount Pleasant playing all their cards, so to speak. And off comes number 7, Devon Hodges. And coming on is number 12, Latroy Leng, for his return from injury. So formation now looks to be 4-4-2 based on what the adjustments from Duki, but we're waiting to see what will happen. Here's a ball now headed inside. Beckford comes forward, can't win the ball, which Evans takes it in the midriff. Here is Benbow with Ladale Ritchie. Comes to Kevin Graham. Graham now continue going forward. Here comes Beckford back inside to Ritchie. Ritchie plays it into James. James back to Kadeem Davis. Davis controls. Now he looks, plays it across and gets it to Liston James. James now dispossessed by East. And throwing now to Portmore United. We had some halftime scores for you. We know that Arnett Gardens, they were trailing Humble Lion by 2 own goals. Last time we checked at halftime, the score is now 2-1. Fabian Reed in the 73rd minute, he has found pullback 1 for Arnett Gardens. So 3 goals scored in the game. Arnett Gardens scored all 3, but they are trailing by 2 goals to 1. Dunby Holden nil, Waterhouse nil. That's after 68 minutes at Royal Lakes. And here at Jacksall, it's Portmore United 1, Mount Pleasant nil. Other games on today, 1 game at 5, Cavalier versus Reno at Stadium East, and another game at 7, Tivoli Gardens versus Mobay United at the Edward Seaga Sports Complex. Those are the other games on today. But in terms of games underway, Portmore leading 1-0 here. Humble Lion, they are leading Arnett Gardens by 2 goals to 1. And 0-0 the scoreline at Royal Lakes between Dunby Holden and Waterhouse. So we are looking into the 65th minute here as the ball now is played inside to Graham. Got back to Liston James. James now looking to play a diagonal ball to Alfonso Brown. Venton Evans just plays this one out for a throw-in to Mount Pleasant. Here is Sule Makala trying to chip it inside. Too low to beat Rosario Harriet. Here comes Graham. Chips it inside. Can't get it to Benbow. Now he will make a run forward. Still Graham on the ball. Plays it in the space for the run of Lachoy Leng. And he can't run to the space there. So just some miscommunication here between Leng and Graham. Mixed feelings as to who should have gone for that ball as ball played now. Really one real chance in the game so far, taken by Randy Smith. All of the others would have been half chances. Jovan he got a good look, but hesitated, and the chance went a begging. Here is Sharp going down under a challenge as the ball now played up the line to East. And the referee now calls for some treatment. So players all over the turf here as Shavar Thomas lines up his first change. So Duki, he has used up all his options, so to speak. Portmore now going down at every opportunity. Speak to the severity of the injuries, but if the player goes down, only he knows what really is happening to him. But the coach lining up has some substitutions in his armory now. So all the cards are left for him to play, as Duki has already shown his hand in an attempt to chase this game, trailing by a goal to nil here on his home turf at Jack Saul. So you're just joining us. It's 1-0 the scoreline. The game here, it's match 23. Red Stripe Premier League, as this one is chipped inside. And the goalkeeper Davis. Mount Pleasant, the home team, and in blue, playing against Portmore, the defending champions. And in white, here is Beckford now. Shoots to goal and right to the back of the net. He shaped the pass. The goalkeeper thought that he was going to go for the pass, but just sat there to the surprise of Shavon Sean Paul. And out of nothing, just ensuring that he stayed with the ball, turn and shot into the back of the net. And you can hear the noise here at Jack Saul. Decibel levels have increased. And in minute number 70, it's all square here at Jack Saul as Kemar Beckford makes it 1-1. That's his third goal. That's his fourth goal of the season. And manages to breathe some life into this noisy crowd at Jack Saul and bring some parity to the score lines here. Really shaped to pass, and I think the goalkeeper, Sean Paul, was trying to read that. And as he read that, he got carried away with the ball, and the player just turned and got it in the back of the net. And after 70 minutes here at Jack Saul, it's 1-1 the score line. Kemar Beckford equalizing. So the tactics working, so to speak, for Coach Duki, as Beckford, normally employed as a wide player, being played as a number 9 now, and finds a goal for the Mount Pleasant team. Here is Barrett, can't control. Dispossessed now by McCullough, chipped across now for the run of Alfonso Brown. Roberto Johnson is there for company. Here is Brown now, manages to get by him, but Brown does well. Roberto Johnson does well to recover. Ball will come now to the arms of Sean Paul. Alfonso Brown has good pace on him, A substitution was made. Just want to confirm the substitution here. Rushane Sharp is the player that came out, and number 23. Don't have a 23 on my match card, so I will get you. And there's no name on his shirt as well. So we will get you the name of that player who just came into the game. It is not Williams. Probably Emilio Rousseau could be the player based on what we are seeing on the match card here. But we don't have a 23 on our match sheet, and there's no name in the back as with the rest of the Portmore players. So the name could be Emilio Rousseau, which would suggest that could be another Surinamese player. But we will confirm that for you as we resume the live action here with Mount Pleasant just equalizing after 72 minutes. Ball chipped inside. Seemed to have come off the hand of the player there. All the players there appealing, even in the crowd from way behind where they would not have seen. They were appealing for the handball as well. Here's now Randy Smith. Now he gets by Benbow but can't keep the ball in play. As showing now. So 72 minutes unofficially gone in the encounter. So Rousseau is actually the player. Our match sheet says 28, but he's actually wearing number 23, and he replaced Rushane Sharp, number 9. Here is a ball now played down the right-hand side. It's with Rodney. Rodney inside to Benbow. Benbow plays it, trying to get it back to Rodney. Now he's dispossessed by Price. Benbow now trying to get it over the head of Price, but Price is resolute and manages to get out of trouble. Here is Beckford now plays this one. Diagonal ball for the run of Giovannis. And Giovannis is just asking him to play it a bit more diagonal to get him to run onto the ball. So obviously, naturally, excitement now builds at Jacksall. Home team just scoring. Crowd wants to use the momentum to ride with the team here as this one now played inside as Portmore line up another change. Ricardo Morris, who scored the winner in the last encounter between these two teams. A spectacular goal. A volley taken from the right side of the 18-yard box and hit it to the left side, the top corner on the left-hand side of the goal. And it's going to be a substitution. He's a national player, Ricardo Morris, formerly of St. James High, out of that team with Alan Atty and company who won the Costa Cup competition some time back. He's a part of that gang, but did not stay in Montego Bay, came over to Portmore and has been there since and enjoyed good success as a player with Portmore. Now this one chipped inside for the run of East. East being hounded by Campbell, who concedes the corner kick here. Thought he would have allowed that one to run out of play. Kadeem Davis, the goalkeeper, also thought that same thing, but that was not to be. Looking now to see who is the player to come out, and I think it's going to be Carlos Barrett. Carlos Barrett was a part of the early success with Portmore team. That team that included Onandi Lowe and player from Grenada, Anthony Modeste. He was a part of that team who won the Premier League in the early days of Portmore United. He's now replaced by Ricardo Morris as Davis, the goalkeeper, receives and tries to play this one for the run of Brown. Roberto Johnson, just quietly effective. He's efficient, no flashy play, but very effective as Morris, who is the playmaker for this team. He's the attacking midfielder. He is now introduced into the action. And just welcome to the encounter by Rodney. Just good afternoon. How are you, Mr. Morris? And Mr. Morris gets up and just shakes his hand to say, I'm fine, thank you, as we continue with the game here. Ball played now over on the left-hand side for the substitute, Rousseau. Trying to play this one at the front post. East snuck in there dangerously. And off the left knee, managed only to get it in the side netting, but could have been a different story as he managed to get inside there. So Benbow feeling the heat here and taking off the jersey. Benbow feeling the heat and just changing his jersey here. Not changing, but just removing the undershirt. So you are watching the live stream on Island Sports Network. To get the, we ask you that you sign up for the mobile app. It's islandsports.net. Sign up for the mobile app and support the Island Sports Network. By virtue of this, you will be supporting the league. It's $3.99 US per month, and 50% of what is garnered from this initiative will go towards the league itself. So the more persons subscribe are the more persons that will be contributing to the league, and it will be enhancing the league both in terms of visibility and financially. So that is something that you may want to tell your friends and family about, as they can log on, sign up for the mobile app, Island Sports Network, islandsports.net, or get the mobile app. Just to let you know, for those who are already on the app, that Monday night games, the stream only comes through the website on a Monday night. Streams are only on the website, so not from the mobile app, but on the website on a Monday night. So that information you can get here. Is ball now played inside. Beckford was looking for a foul, but referee had other ideas. Here it's East now. Goes to his knee. Randy Smith actually, and gets up off his knees. Maybe just uttered a prayer there. Oh, asking for divine intervention. And as he rose from his knees, got the shot. But prayer may have gone amiss there, as ball now is to be played by Kadeem Davis. Goal kick. 78 minutes unofficially gone in this encounter. Played over Evans. Can't win the ball there. Solomon comes all the way through the middle. Liston James comes. Can't win the ball here. Here is Lachai Leng. Ball now inside. Now back to Leng. Leng chips it forward for the run of Beckford. Offside the call. Was in the offside position when the ball was passed, and moved from the offside position to win the ball. So here is, so yellow card now shown to Beckford for just his language. Really asks for the yellow card there, and as a result, he's gone into the referee's book just for his utterances. Really foul language to the referee, the assistant referee, and as such, the main referee, Tommins, just supporting his staff there, Damian Williams. So here is a ball now played, and Solomon boots this one high over the bar. So that's the second yellow card. So 2 yellow cards apiece to both teams, and Beckford and Benbow recipients of second cards, of the yellow cards there. So we're approaching the 88th minutes. That the 88th minute. That's by our watch, and our time is always unofficial, as the referee's time is the official time. And ball now played long, trying to spot Beckford, the goal scorer. Now here is the ball. It's Solomon. Beckford pressing forward, chips across now to Rousseau. Rousseau can't control. Beckford erratically just plays the ball out, and just losing his cool there, as it were. Ball now played inside. It's with Rousseau. Played it over on the left-hand side for the run of Giovanni. East now turns, faces up the defender, James. Now James does well. Just wins the ball and plays it for a throw, and allows his team to regroup, as 1-1 the score here at Jacksall. Portmore, they took the lead in the 38th minute courtesy of Randy Smith, and the equalizer came in the 70th minute courtesy of Kemar Beckford, who can't get by Willis, and now he plays it wide for the run of Rousseau. Rousseau just miscontrolled there, so it took some time out of it, but he still manages to get across inside. Campbell plays this one out. Here is Morris trying to duplicate what he may have produced in the first encounter. Here now is Alfonso Brown, plays it now for the run of Benbow. Benbow manages to win the ball. Now he faces up to the defender, Rosario Harriet, but can't get by him. Now he chips this ball across and too close to the goalkeeper there for the run of Beckford. Beckford seemed to be in a bit of discomfort, not moving as mobile as possible or as he is used to moving. And this is against the background that Mount Pleasant have already used all their 3 substitutions, and they have managed to get a goal back out of it based on some tactical adjustments made by the coach Donovan Ducky. Started with a 4-3-3 and now managing to switch to a 4-4-2 and got a goal from Beckford. So 1-1 the scoreline here. Mount Pleasant, they are playing in blue. They are the home team in 5th position and they are playing against Portmore United, the leaders of the league, in 1st position. Live table would be 43 points to Portmore and 34 to Mount Pleasant, as this one is chipped to the back post by Graham after some fancy step overs. Brown still manages to keep the ball in play, pushed off the ball there by the player, looks to be Johnson, but still Alfonso Brown. No, he will shoot! And too much underneath the ball there. Really a crowd favorite, the man from St. Anne, and got too much under the ball. And once more, way higher than the 8 feet or less required to trouble goalkeeper Siobhan Sean Paul. Here is Leng. Foul there inside by Mount Pleasant. That's foul number 12. 11 fouls committed by Portmore as Graham now chips this one inside. Spots the run of Beckford. Beckford now to take on Solomon. Still Beckford fouled. And just a cynical foul there. Referee Tommins just reminding him that he's here. He has a card that resembles the color of his shirt. So any funny moves can result in him going into the referee's book. Looks to be 83 minutes gone in this encounter. Still going by the unofficial time. Mount Pleasant with a free kick just midway or just about midway the half of Portmore. Crowd in anticipation jumps up the noise as this one is chipped across over the bar, but looked ominous from here until Sean Paul, by his demeanor, just showed that it was catching practice and nothing really to write home about. Just a ball played into the hand of the goalkeeper. Here is Price, chips this one, trying to get the run of East. Benbow, who has retreated into a defensive position, receives the ball here. It's now with Richie. Richie can't control. Back to Benbow. Ball seemed to have come off the hand there, but referee plays on. Here is Liston James. Now chips this one, trying to get the run of Beckford. Roberto Johnson, the player there, gets the ball. Manages to recover. Here comes Leng. Leng still pressing the player here. Solomon will play this one. Russell manages to control Alfonso Brown, and it comes off the hand. Not deliberately, but still an infringement. And Brown. Willis now with the ball, who really deep line midfielder here, who has dictated play from just inside before his 2 central defenders, or centre backs as we call them. Here is Price playing this one across. 85 minutes, 5 minutes to go unofficially. Johnson chips this one inside, cut out there by Richie. Now it's with Lachoy Leng, plays it inside for Beckford. Beckford now spots the run of Benbow, but he has to wait to receive. Now Beckford asking for the return pass, still Benbow. He's being attended to now by Rosario Harriet, still Benbow. Now he faces up, beats his own self, but still manages to keep possession of the ball. Still Beckford on the ball. The outside run now made by Brown, but Rosario spots the run, Harriet there, and manages to avert the danger there. Here it comes to Graham. Comes across now, and it's with James. James plays it across and finds, looks to be Robert Campbell. Campbell now downfield. It's with Ronaldo Rodney. Rodney now inside to Benbow. Benbow chips it back to Lachoy Leng. Leng wanted to run up and shoot, but couldn't get the opportunity to do so. So still, now Portmore will come trying to counter-attack. Here comes Morris. Plays this one across to Rousseau. Rousseau plays it inside to Price. Price back to Rousseau. Rousseau now just being chased by Richie. Chips it inside. Heads go up. Campbell manages to get it out. Here is Ronaldo Rodney heads it off to Benbow. Benbow now spots the run of Brown, but needed to be a bit more technical as Ladale Ritchie now falls to the turf. And more like exhaustion here rather than an injury. Has been injury prone for this season. Has come out of missed quite a few games to injury and had to be substituted in about 2 encounters. 86 minutes unofficially gone here as treatment is given to the Mount Pleasant captain, Ladale Ritchie. So we thank all you viewers for logging on and for your comments on the page. We appreciate all the comments that have been made. It's Island Sports Network, and it's a live stream of Match Day 23, Mount Pleasant Academy versus Portmore United. Presently the score is 1-1 as Lachoy Leng carelessly gives away the ball here, steps in, tries to recover, almost giving away a foul then. And Portmore now on the ball. Christmas really gone, but the gift there received from Lachaling as Morris tried to force the shot there. Here comes Benbow. Benbow now, twist and turn. Still Benbow can't pass Johnson out on the touchline there and a throw in. So we have 88 minutes unofficial here in the game. It's 1-1 the score line. Mount Pleasant versus Portmore United. Mount Pleasant, they are the home team. However, it was the away team, Portmore, who started the proceedings from this 38th minute as Randy Smith stepped up to score his 9th goal of the season and joined Tremaine Stewart as one of the leading goal scorers in the competition. And the response came in the 70th minute through Kemar Beckford for Mount Pleasant. Just want to give you some results for the other games going. So you know the scoreline here, 1-1. Humble Lion, they are still hanging on to a 2-1 lead at Effortville after 90 plus minutes. Dunbeolden and Waterhouse still locked at 0-0 after 90 plus minutes. So only one result here by the live table, and that's the Waterhouse, that's the Humble Lion Arnett Gardens result. So here comes now Venton Evans, who was really dangerous in the first half, not so potent in the second half, as McCullough has been asked to play a little deeper to nullify. Here comes Beckford now. Beckford plays it inside, back to the run of McCullough. Former Portmore man McCullough now stepped up inside the box. Still McCullough looks inside. The defenders organized, chip to back of them, but won't cause any problems there for Sean Paul. And right on cue, referee shows us that there are 5 additional minutes, at least 5 minutes, slapped in the face, back pocket here, and it looks that it will be a red card as Ladale Ritchie slapped straight to the face of player Rousseau, and straight red card, the verdict there. So the captain Ladale Ritchie will have to go, and red card there, the decision, and he will have to walk out of the complex here. Really looked winded and looked like a tired challenge here. So 5 minutes of additional time, at least 5 minutes to be played here, as the scoreline is still 1-1. Red card just shown to Ladale Ritchie, which means that he has, and as he makes his walk to the line, and along the touch line, he will head to the dressing rooms for an early shower here as referee Tommins obliged. Russell slapped in the face after eluding the defender there, and straight red card, the verdict. So it's 1-1, the scoreline. Mount Pleasant now down to 10 men. 5 minutes of additional time. It's almost guaranteed that there are going to be more minutes than the 5 allotted based on this present stoppage, as Kadeem Davis, the goalkeeper from Mount Pleasant, is being attended to. And it's going to be a very interesting rest of the game here, as the folks here at Jacksall not too pleased with the not so pleased with as the referee, not so pleased with the refereeing decisions here. And fourth official Casa Plummer trying to ask Hodges to sit on the bench, and Davis, now the goalkeeper, just taking his sweet time to get the game back underway. So maybe you just joined us. We don't know where you would have been. Maybe you would have gone to church. You were preparing your dinner, but you just caught the live stream. It's Red Stripe Premier League Match Day 23, Mount Pleasant Academy. They are the home team in 5th place now, and they're playing against the defending champions Portmore United, who are leading the league with 42 points. Well, after 90 plus minutes, we can tell you that the score is 1-1. Goal scored in the 38th minute by Ron of Portmore, and the reply came in the 70th minute by Kemar Beckford of Mount Pleasant, as this ball chipped inside now, and Kadeem Davis will gather for Portmore, for Mount Pleasant. So 1-1 the scoreline here. Mount Pleasant, they are playing in blue. They're kicking from left to right, and they're playing on their home turf, Jacksall, which is in St. Anne, Jamaica, and it's match day 23. It's the first game in the 3rd round of the competition. The 3rd round is a reverse fixture of the 1st round. So Portmore would have hosted Mount Pleasant, a game which they lost by 2-1 at the Prison Oval, and now Mount Pleasant returning the favor. At the moment, it's 1-1 the scoreline. Just to let you know as well that Mount Pleasant, they are playing with 10 players. Their captain and national player Ladale Ritchie just received a red card and was sent off the field, as 5 minutes was indicated for stoppages. And now we are looking at a free kick to be taken now by Leng, as he lines up himself over this shot. And so referee now, here comes Leng, lines up himself, boots, but that one will come off the wall, and the deflection results in a free kick. Actually a corner kick to Mount Pleasant. Only the 2nd corner of the game, as so now here is corner kick. Here is Beckford on the ball. No Mount Pleasant players in the box. No Mount Pleasant players in the box. And obviously the coach here is content with a draw. All of 6 Portmore players inside the box, not 1 Mount Pleasant player in the box. So it says here to me that the Mount Pleasant team maybe are settling for this 1-1 result with 10 men. Portmore obviously would want to push for a result, as ball played now inside. There is Solomon Willis, and the referee Tyan Tummings, exactly 5 minutes, has called a halt to the proceedings. And as it stands now, it's Portmore United, the defending champions, 1, Mount Pleasant 1. So all square as they leave the complex here. 1-1 the scoreline. Goal scored in the 38th minute. League leading, joint league leading goal by Randy Smith to make it goal number 9. And Kemar Beckford popped up with his 4th goal of the season to equalize for Mount Pleasant and soothe the hearts of some fans here at Jacksall. You are with Island Sports Network. Stay tuned for the interviews, as we will talk to the coaches and give you a quick interview as we move forward now. So after 90 minutes, we leave you with the scoreline that Mount Pleasant, they have been held to a 1-1 scoreline by the defending champions here at Jacksall. So 1-1 the scoreline. That moves Portmore United to 43 points. Mount Pleasant, they will move to 34 points. As it stands, they will remain as they are in the table. We will give you the completed games, the scores on that in a short while. But that is the news here from Jacksall. Mount Pleasant United 1. Mount Pleasant Academy 1. Portmore United 1. We head to the interviews for the coaches.
Good to go. Okay, we are here with the coach of Mount Pleasant, Donovan Duki. Coach Duki, returning from a 3-game suspension. You're back on the bench this afternoon. 1-1 draw with Portmore. First of all, talk to us about the result this afternoon. So first of all, let's give thanks for the result. It was one that we were looking forward to play. It's our third game against them. We won the first one. We lost the second one. But hence we got a result in this game, which wasn't the favorable one we were looking for. But we're grateful, despite the conditions. We're somewhat depleted. We played with a winger in front of the goal when we made our third substitution. Hence it paid dividends for us. Okay, talk to us about that. You went down 1-0 in the first half. You came back in the second half, made all 3 substitutions. Seem to have made some tactical adjustments. Talk to us about what you did to try to get back yourself in this game. Well, first of all, we understand the project of Portmore United. We knew that they were very fast in transition, both ways in the field. They normally play through their influential player Ricardo Morris, which was out today. Venton Evans did a lot for them in the first half. They came at our right side and it bothered us a lot. We tried to make the adjustment, it didn't work. Hence we conceded the first goal. We made some tactical adjustment in the second half. I thought with a good performance, good momentum, good tempo to the game, we got the goal to go level.
Goals, and it's still a work in progress for us.
All right. Measure up in terms of your overall objectives. This is the first game of the third round. You may be remaining in fifth place, 34 points. Tell us in terms of what your season plans are, how does this result play into the big picture?
Well, as you would know, we're a first-time team. The players are very experienced, but the team is inexperienced because I wouldn't say we are still gelling. It's a work in progress for us. We're still getting to know each other. The social side of it is also important. We have different targets. Our target is to avoid relegation. Our second target is to make the top six. We want to win the league, but to be in the top six is going to be crucial for us. We drew the game. It consolidates our position, I think. It's important for us not to lose any games from now. It's important for us not to allow the teams behind us to win. And the team in front of us, we also don't want to lose to them. So in terms of our objective, I think we're doing pretty well. I'm very satisfied with what we have done. Now it's a crucial time in the third round, and it's time for us to make our move to the top two.
Transfer window open. Any new players, any news on players, whether in or out?
Yes, definitely. We are definitely looking at other players. First of all, when we qualified for the Premier League, we kept 17 players. 17 players would have matriculated up to the Premier League. We had about 17 or 18 players with them. Approximately 34 or 35 players in total was on our roster. We tried to eliminate the quantity, and now we're going for quality. We have released a few players, and we are striving to get the numbers much lower. But it's still a work in progress for us in terms of building the team. We're still looking at players. We're eyeing 3 strikers, and nothing has turned for us yet. Don't want to make mentions of the names, but hopefully we'll get them in soon.
Final question. Talk to us about your next game. I think that's against Waterhouse. Tell us what the preparations will be going into that and the mindset for that game.
It's going to be a crucial game. We take more comfort when we play away from home. We're going to play against Waterhouse. It's a difficult team to play against, but we still are ready for that game. We are still upbeat. Our confidence level is very high, and we're growing day by day.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Portmore court. Instead of tape him again.
Okay, we are here with Coach Shavar Thomas of Portmore United. Coach, first of all, coming here to Jacksal, leading the league, 1-1 scoreline. Talk to us about the result. How do you feel about the result this evening?
Well, we have been the best away team all season. We have won 7 on the road, tied 3, lose only 1 time. So we were very confident coming here, and we are confident going anywhere. Started pretty good, had a very good first half, control the game. You know, Mount Pleasant came out the second half. They pushed the tempo, you know, and they got back a goal. But I think we had the better opportunities, but we should have capitalized on it. And you know, nevertheless, we'll take a tie and move on.
Okay, so 1-1 the scoreline. You just talked about the game overall. In terms of the performance of your team and your objectives, how would you say that played out this evening?
Most definitely we achieved. We would have loved to get all 3 points. Individually and as a team, we do what we came here to, you know, to do. We had our chances. We got the chances. It's just an opportunity not taken. Mount Pleasant is not a team that give up a lot of opportunities. So when you get even a half chance or 2 chance, you have to take one.
Okay. As you move forward into your next game, talk to us about the expectations there. What are the preparations like for your next game?
Yeah, it's about you know, going back, look at the things that we could have done better today and the things we want to improve on in the next game. So that's all it is, simple. And we look towards Harborview this coming Sunday.
All right, transfer window open. Can you say anything to us about any movement, whether in or out at Portmore United?
Well, we have sent 2 players on loan, Courtney Allen and you know, at UWI, and we're looking to bring in people, but right now it's not complete, so I can't say.
All right, coach, all the best, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Can you preview Monday night?
Okay, so we leave you here with the news that Portmore United and Mount Pleasant, they played out a 1-1 stalemate. We just want to also let you know that you can get the live stream of the Monday night game. It will be the Harborview versus UWI game from the complex at 7 p.m. At 8:35 p.m. from the Harborview Mini Stadium. It will be Harborview versus UWI. So join islandsports.net for the live stream, and you'll be able to get all the action as you have this afternoon. So from Jacksal, this is David Price, just saying goodbye with the news that 1-1 would have been the scoreline between Mount Pleasant and UWI. And this live stream was brought to you on Island Sports Network.